make that change, right? That change, right? That deliverance in our lives. So we pray that you'll break bondages, break every chain, oh God, this morning. And God, we just pray for deliverance that we will be different, Lord. Before our young men, Lord, we pray that they would rise up and call you blessed. We pray this in the last days, you pour the Spirit. Young men and old men shall have dreams and vision, oh God. We pray for healing in our land among our young men. We see there's so much violence, Lord. Even experienced so much this week, last week, Lord. God, I pray that people would learn to turn away, walk away from situations sometimes for the good of their own self. And God, we pray for come against this violent spirit, this alcoholic abuse, and this obscenity, which is so sickening in our nation. Oh God, people can't even communicate. It's like their vocabulary is just what vocabulary is just what they know that comes out from within, and it's from inside of us. It's evil and so on. But God, we need to ask you to just help us to change and turn around situation, Lord. I pray of our nation today for our old men that they will get up. The old ones are just even the same, full of obscenity and all these things, God. So the young ones don't really have much, some of them, not all, to have good models to look up to. But God, we are just praying for a change and transformation in our nation as we develop and God, as we embrace each other, oh God, even as our team say, Lord. And Father God, this morning we just ask of you because you're the only one who could write a change within our hearts, oh God. This morning we pray, continue to pray for the people of Caracas, Pity Martinique, and God, even as we are listening on the news of how they are still not houses with many roofs, Lord. There's still not much water, but we see you God, what they are looking forward to. But God, I pray that you will jump out the curtain and remind them of your faithfulness. Remind us sometime of all the goodness you have been doing to us, Lord. And it behooves us that we should be giving you honor, glory, and praise. And God, I just pray for them, even in this difficult time. You would cause them to be reminded of your goodness. All of us that will be reminded of your faithfulness. And we choose to look to you and we choose to turn our lives around, God. Every situation there's nothing too hard for you to do. Many other persons on the mainland that are still getting their houses rebuilt. God, we thank you for that. And we pray that many more who are still waiting that God, it will come to pass in their life, God. So the situation could be better, Lord. And God, we ask this morning that the peace of God will abide in every home, every village, every parish this morning. And we give you thanks and we give you praise. Because when you have peace with God and the peace of God, it can settle any difficulty, any situation that confronts you, be able to know how to deal with it. So, Lord, I pray the peace of our nation. You rain down and you will bless. Mr. Donald today, even as he deliberate on this program. God, continue to bless Real FM. Cause it to be a blessing. And God, I pray that you will bring business into that radio station that will able to help it to survive and to expand and to be a blessing, Lord. We thank you and we continue to pray that you will lead, bless the staff, Lord, that everyone will be able to work together in unity and the station will continue to progress, Lord. This is my prayer today in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you.
Amen. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Trying, I'm doing good. Much better.
Wonderful. How is Maya's boutique?
Mm, getting there. Good.
Good. You
As
have
it's good, yes.
you have smoker in?
You get how I feel about them.
Oh, I will say you have smoker. I just come in and buy some smoker in this. You know, I have not eaten smoker in for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Neither have
Well,
I
the
eaten.
Easter season is coming up where you just have to eat your meat alone.
Yeah. And then
Eat
there's
your
yeah there's what you call it salted mackerel. I have not eaten that in a
a long time I
long
haven't eaten
time.
that one.
Yeah. I need to cook a
Expensive
special
too much, you
oil
know.
dung. Either I cook a special oil dung or I get some green fig, maybe with a piece of breadfruit and buy some
Hmm.
mackerel and fix it up and sit down and eat that. That I need to
Enjoy
do.
it, yeah.
Yeah. I've not eaten those two things in a while. So, how's Terry?
I smoke Erin. He's good.
He's good. And
He's good. Yeah.
and
Terry
the
can sit down now. Say hi.
morning, Bradjin. A day. How's the day? How's the dear girl? She's good.
Huh?
How's the dear girl? She's
She's
good.
there. Yeah, she's good. Yeah.
All right
Mm.
then. Okay, well, take care of yourself and
All right, you too.
have a
Have a lovely
wonderful
day.
day. Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Morning, Grenada. 13 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. This is Real 91.9, 91.5, www.dreelfmgrenada.com. Broadcasting from studios located Main Street, Sateers, inside the beautiful historical St. Patrick. Good morning, www.dreelfmgrenada.com. That's who we are. No, no, we do not pretend to be anybody else. That's not going to happen. Not on this lovely radio station. Who did I say good morning to? I want to say, who did I first say good morning to? I already said good morning to. Oh, good morning, Keith Mitchell. How are you doing? Yeah, great. Trust you're doing fine. Have a wonderful day, sir. Yeah. Um, So here's what. You know me, I like now man, I'll tell you that around about the 7:30 hour. But I must say that we have the Tuesday with a difference. Well, it is the program Tuesday with a difference, most definitely it is. And we're supposed to be having the 20 questions. Unfortunately, there's a little mix up. And the guest for this morning is not available, and that was basically my fault. I did not pay attention to messages sent, so therefore I did not realize that we were not going to be having the guest this morning. Yeah, so that one kind of threw me off a little bit, but we're gonna find a way to fix that. Sure, man, we're gonna find out. You bet your bottom dollar, we're gonna find a way to fix that. We're gonna find a way to have something different this morning, as always. Yeah. Ain't nobody better than Real 91.9. We can just snatch something out of the bag. How about, and listen to this. You have friends, Before we go to drumsticks. No, she's not there yet. You have friends who are, who's trying to call me? Okay, well, I will answer to that call in a little while. I will phone stop ring. What's wrong with you? I'll answer to that call in a little while. So you have friends who are members of the National Democratic Congress. Call them and invite them. Tell them, watch, today's a nice day. You could call Real FM. Andre gonna listen to you. How about that? Yeah, I'm not going to do so and say anything. They say anything they want to say, they could say. Then you will call afterwards and say, what I say is not true. Good morning, Grenada. Let's take a break. We'll be back.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
So fast pay, a new and easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Neighbor, you don't want to save money on your water bill and know your water supply is sure even in the dry season? You ever consider catching the rain and storing it in a barrel or a tank? Well, now they're calling it rainwater harvesting. That is when you collect rainwater from the roof and store it to use later in a tank or a cistern. Personally, I just use my water to wash my clothes, clean the house, water plants, flush the toilet, clean the car, and even bathe and feed the dog. But if you want to use it to drink, then you have to filter and treat the water properly. The people from the G Cruise project say harvesting rainwater supports Nawasa with distribution, saves money on your water bill, and even prevents flooding and erosion. It's also a good way to mitigate the effects of climate change. To build your own rainwater harvesting system, check a plumber or visit a hardware store to get the materials you need. Follow G Cruise 473 on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube to learn more about rainwater harvesting.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Seasons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of colors.
Color by Seasons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Seasons. Seasons. Express your style with Color by Seasons.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
I'm back and I got all the chicken for the barbecue.
Excellent Farms chicken. Look how fresh and clean.
Yes, hon, check the label. No steroids, hormones or preservatives. And it's 100% local.
What? No chemicals? So you mean Excellent Farms chicken is safe, nutritious and natural with farm to table freshness?
Exactly. Finally, we can enjoy quality poultry. And you should see how state of the art and sanitized the farm is. Plus, it's environmentally friendly.
You serious? And like they have everything from whole chicken to liver, gizzard, feet and more.
Correct. Now you hurry and start the seasoning up.
Excellent Farms, my safe and healthy choice. For wholesale and retail inquiries, call 444-3303.
Wait, I cooking all this chicken?
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seton Brown Street, Grenville and Grandance. Call us on 442-8602 or stop by one of our branches at Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. We're not just securing your finances, we're investing in your future. Let's grow, dream, and succeed together. The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, building a brighter future for you, for us, for Grenada.
WASA. Make sure your kids wash their hands
Water sanitation and hygiene are of extreme importance. So parents, remember your child has a vital role to play in protecting themselves from dangerous diseases. Always remind them to properly dispose of via garbage cans anything that can store water, such as soda covers and juice boxes. This will greatly assist in the prevention of mosquito breeding. Ensure that they wash their hands for a minimum of 15 seconds with soap and clean water before eating, after playing, and using the bathroom. Clean water, proper sanitation, and hygiene are the keys to good health. WASA. Wash. Make sure your kids wash their hands today. A message from UNICEF and this radio station.
Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the world. Good morning. We're running really late this morning. Yeah, I believe so. Good morning, drummers. How you doing, girl?
Yeah, good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. I'm good. I read from the Word of God, Psalm 96. Oh, sing unto the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord all the earth. Sing unto the Lord, bless his name, show forth his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among all people. For the Lord is great, and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Honor and majesty are before him. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. Give unto the Lord, O ye kingdom of people. Give unto the Lord glory and strength. Give unto the Lord the glory due unto his name. Bring an offering and come into his court. Oh, worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. Fear before him all the earth. This is the end of the scripture this morning.
How you doing this morning, my darling?
I'm good, I'm good.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
You have a wonderful day too. Bye.
Okay, bye now. It's Real FM in the morning. Yeah, we're going. What this morning we're going with we're going with speed. Yeah, real speed this morning. Yeah. Whether that's gonna be next. Stay with us.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
And we're moving along in the morning time and we're keeping it along one kind of plateau. It's Andre here and it's Andre there. Good morning, Andre.
Good morning to you, listeners of Real FM. And here's what I for today, Tuesday, the 18th February 2025. Currently, it's fair. Winds are from the east-southeast at 9 miles per hour. Barometric pressure, 1014.3 millibars. That's above normal and rising. Present temperature, 25.7 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity, 83%. Yesterday's maximum temperature, 29.8 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum, 25.4 degrees Celsius. 0 millimeter of rainfall was recorded over the past 24 hours. Hence, the total for the month remains at 33.7 millimeters. Now to have a look at the forecast, well for today and tonight. Today we expect some jolly fair and windy conditions, becoming partly cloudy during the evening with brief isolated nighttime showers. Maximum temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to rough, waves up to 9 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. Hence marine advisory remains in effect. Tides will be high at 7:45 a.m., low at 1:45 p.m., and high again at 8 p.m. Sunset today at 6:14, rises tomorrow at 6:27. Just a repeat of the forecast, valid for today and tonight. Generally fair and windy, becoming partly cloudy during the evening, with brief isolated nighttime showers. A marine advisory remains in effect. I'm Andrew Charles, reporting for the Met Office. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. Good morning. How you doing? How's the Met Office, though?
Quiet. We just taking it easy here.
All right, great, brother. Take care of yourself. Have a great day.
All right, man. Same to you. Take care.
Okay, good. It's Realist 91. Let us pulsate in the morning. Is that a new word? Pulsate. Pulsate. Well, for me, I don't think I've used it before. Pulsate. Is that a word? Well done, not man. Catherine, good morning. That is Alexander. How you doing, girl? Yvonne Roberts, Red Girl, Pascal. Good morning to Vernal Charles. Vernal is in Dallas, Texas. Good morning to you. Yeah, Texas is the big state. Big, massive, huge, gigantinomous. Did I say that? Is that a word? Gigantinomous? Well, it could pass. I guess you know it's big. Yeah, that's what I meant. Now, if you go, they say if you go and a pound of meat in Texas is different than a pound of meat in Grenada. I don't know how, because they say a hamburger in and Vernal. Yeah, can you tell me please? They say a hamburger in Texas could make 4 hamburgers in New York. Is that true? I don't know. I've been to Texas, been to Dallas, Texas once. Yeah, I've been to Texas. When was that? 19 or 20? No, that was COVID time. So it had to be, was it after COVID? I think it was. Or was it the same time COVID started? Anyway, somewhere around there. I'll have to check the passport. But anyway, no, I didn't get a chance to really eat out. So I ate home most of the time. Well, all the time. Spent about a week there. But say everything is bigger in Texas. So a hamburger, one hamburger in Texas could probably share for about 3 of us. It's so massive. Anyway, I don't know, maybe she might tell us, not she, sorry, Vernal, he might tell us, or give us some credence. Vernal, one of these mornings you need to give us a call. You bet your bottom dollar on that one. Let's say good morning to Cicely, as in Celestine. How you doing, Cicely? Yeah, Cicely and what's her name? Cicely and Marilyn, they them is bodies now, chummy. Yeah, baby daddy, good morning to you. And Jerome Kenneth Lewis, how's the snow in Canada? Yeah. And Theresa Joseph and Kathleen Ledlow, top of the morning to you also. And Norma St. Croix. Yeah, St. Croix is a place that I need to visit. My dad was murdered in St. Croix back in 1981. I think it was in April of 81. Yeah, my dad was murdered in St. Croix. He was buried there too. So I need to visit St. Croix one of these days. No, they never caught the murderer. So I guess only the murderer and his assistant, I have to put it that way. Only the murderer and his assistant know who the murderer is. I don't know if the murderer is still alive, if the assistant is still alive. Why am I saying assistant like in singular? Because I believe it's only one other person helped. Don't let me get into that, because I might start saying things that might get me into trouble. So I'm not going to get into that. All I'm saying is that my dad was killed in St. Croix back in 1981. Did I like him? Only really met him once that I can remember. I have some pictures that he took because he used to take photographs and so on. So I have some pictures that he took. And my mom would have told me that, oh, your father took those pictures. But I remember meeting him once and I was like, maybe around 10 years old, 10 years old. And he instructed the teacher, oh, you can beat him. I look at a guy and I'm saying, what's wrong with this guy? Yeah, what's wrong with this guy? Beat me. But the teacher couldn't beat me. Yeah. Her name was Anna Williams. Yeah, she couldn't beat me because she loved ice water, and I was living very close to the school. So if she wanted ice water, I had to go to my mom to get the ice water to bring for her. So if she beat me, I ain't going for no ice water. So she couldn't beat me. Haha, he didn't know that. That was my way of pulling tricks. Anyway, let me just stop talking about myself and things like that. Sometimes I give too much information. You believe? Yeah, I believe that too. I just need to just shut up. Anyway, I told you that I was supposed to have one guest. That one got kind of like mixed up and messed up. And there's another guest who said, yo, put up their hand and say, yo, I can handle that. And I'm so very grateful because a young lady I've been wanting to talk to now for a couple of months, yeah. Oh, do I call her a new kid on the block? Well, she's no kid. She's a mature lady. So she's definitely not a kid. But she's able to join us this morning, and she's already there. Let me see if she'd smile. Let me see. I'm looking. Yeah, she's smiling. Oh, what a wonderful smile. Yeah, so we're going to be talking to her in a while. That means mere fact that she can smile means that she's hearing me. So, dear heart, we're going to come to you in just about 2 minutes. So you just stick it right there. And no, you don't have to put on mascara and rouge and stuff like that. You beautiful as you are. Just stay just like that. Okay. I'll come to you in a minute. This is real. This is 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Broadcasting from studios located Main Street Satyrs, right here in beautiful historical St. Patrick. If you've never listened to this radio station before, then I know half of your life is already gone.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Seasons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Seasons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Seasons. Seasons. Express your style with Color by Seasons.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seaton Brown Street, Grenville, and Grandance. Call us on 442-8602 or stop by one of our branches at Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. We're not just securing your finances, we're investing in your future. Let's grow, dream, and succeed together. The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. The Credit Union of Grenville, building a brighter future for you, for us, for Grenada.
Where you go? Where you walk? What you say? When you talk? Where you go?
Where you walk, where you talk, where you shop. Everything. Where you do everything. You do it right here on Real. Now, 7:39. And you know, on mornings like this, Tuesday mornings, we have what is called 20 questions. Yeah. And this morning, as I said to you before, we had one person cancel out, but another person was able to shift gears and shift into our program this morning. And we're very, very grateful to that young lady who has decided to shift gears and shift into the program this morning. And by the time I sent her the link, she was on in a couple of ticks. How can I click my fingers again? I thought I could write. Yeah. In a couple of clicks, she was on. So that's good. Her name is Amanda Japal George. I hope I got it correct. Amanda Japal George. Yeah, I hope I got it correct. But you know what? To find out if I got it correct, let us do two things here. Let us bring Miss George, or Mrs. George, sorry, into the frame, and then we'll find out if I got it correct. Good morning. We'll see, she's smiling already. Good morning, Mrs. George. How are you doing?
Good morning. I am fine.
Hold on, let me see if I get this here. Okay, good morning. Yeah, you there?
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. And the whole world is hearing you, and they're seeing your beautiful smile. That's interesting. I'm looking at your face because this is the first time I'm like seeing you close up. So I want to get a close up view of you. Okay, there you are. There you are. So now I can safely say that your husband made a wonderful choice. What beauty he has. And how is he doing? How's he doing? Oh, let's start from the beginning. Hold on with that. Let's start from the beginning. Amanda Japal George, good morning to you. And how are you this morning?
Good morning. Well, I'm actually not in the best of health. I found out yesterday that I have a respiratory tract infection. It's been affecting me for the last week. So I have some chest pains and stuff. But nevertheless, I'm glad to be in the land of the living. Glad to be here on your program.
Well, it's indeed a joy to have you, my dear. And here's hoping that we'll have a wonderful discussion this morning. It's 20 questions. And let's see how you will do. I'm looking to find my pen. Okay, there's my pen. So, and I'm looking to find something else. Did I get it? Yeah, good. Because I have to keep tabs on the fact that I'm doing 20 questions. I've done 20 questions, and how far I would have gotten with you. Was that a vehicle that went by your home?
Yes, actually,
Wow.
yes.
Um, this is not one of the questions, yeah. But, young lady, you living in the road.
I probably should have closed the door.
No, no, but that's okay. But that's I was like, wow, did I do something? And I was like, no, that's a vehicle. Wow. Nonetheless, so let's start this way. Who is Amanda?
Um, well, first off, I am a Sewiller. I am part of Sewell, which is Caribbean and Women in Leadership. I was cohort number two in Role, part of cohort number two in Role, which is the regional organization of women's in leadership. I am an alumna of WIPLE, which is Women in Politics and Leadership, an associate member of the Leadership Institute in England. I've engaged with the Oxford Climate Society in England as well. I am the founder of Better Future Together, a charity organization. I'm into the spring water business. I am the youth MP for St. Andrews Southeast, youth MP elect actually for St. Andrews Southeast, and the opposition leader for Youth Parliament, and the youth president of the New National Party, a podcast host, a writer. Um, I love writing, hiking, sports, but I can't play a thing. But generally, I like to just consider myself as a daughter, a mother, a wife, a mentor, and an advocate, and a friend for the people of, and a servant for the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique.
Wow, that's a lot. You care to tell us what you're not?
I am not dead.
Well, yes, well, that's for sure. Because you're talking to us.
But yeah, I dabble in a lot of different things because I always believe learning is continuous. I even do brokerage as well. So, it's a long list. It's a long list of things. I had promised myself. I have this bucket list, and I promised myself that as long as I'm living on this earth, then I will study something every year.
That's an interesting one. I probably might need to start emulating that myself. That's a very interesting one, and it is something, and you're a young person, and it is something that probably other young people like yourself who are listening, or if their parents are listening right now, might say, "Hold on, that's not a bad one after all. Learn something, do something, study something every year." Now I can understand why you have HIGPIGDOGXACCAT, everything behind your name, after your name. It is, I was just trying to figure out how the hell did she do all of that? And now I understand how you did all of that. Now, what is interesting here, yes, you dabbled in a couple of political things. So the question is, why?
Well, as Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you wish to see in the world. And I thought that politics was one of the best avenues for me to make any change. As a matter of fact, I have never been interested in politics per se. In that, I never thought that I would be directly involved in politics, and
Mhm.
simply because and I shared that story sometime in the youth convention. But my dad worked every time with elections with the parliamentary office. So you couldn't really state your political affiliations, and you needed to be very, very neutral. But I saw the first-hand struggles of young people and the opportunities that they lacked, of unemployment and so forth. And I found myself complaining about such issues as well. But then why complain when you can be part of the solution, right? So I remembered when my dad actually gave up that post of being a polling clerk, I just went straight into Miss Emily Pear's office and I said, I want to do something. I wanna make a meaningful impact in society. I want my voice and the voices of other persons to be heard. And that is where the journey started in 2022 so that I can make a change, make and be the change that I want to see in the world. And the thing is, it never bothered me which aspect that I was in, which place I was in. I said, if I were to pull out the garbage and carry that out, and that would make a change in society, then I said I will definitely do that. And these are things that I live by, and that is why I came into politics just so that I can make meaningful change.
No, I'm happy that you respected the fact that your father was in that position, so as not to taint him, you decided not to be involved in the politics. But the interesting thing for me here is that it was 2022. That was, of course, an election year, and the big question for me is, why not um, why not the NDC? Because at that time, the NDC had just ushered in nice youthful leader, and hey, it was like what was trending, if I can use a young person term. It was like what was trending. So why did you choose NNP as opposed to NDC? Or was your family already secret NNP supporters?
We're letting the cat out of the bag. my my
Well, they.
family,
Uh huh.
yeah, has indeed been NMP, but I'm a stubborn person. I don't always. I love to read. I love to understand. I don't always like when people say, "Hey, you need to support this. You need to support that." But I always believed in my parents, and what I did is I took the time to look and compare both parties. And I said that, and I realized that the NNP has always been a party that prioritizes development of country, and we've seen the progress that this country has made under its leadership, the youth empowerment, national progress. So I was drawn to its values and beliefs and principles, and really what stuck with me is that these principles and values that my parents have taught me, it aligned perfectly with the new national party. So when you sit back and you compare who has done more for the country, then I really believe that the new national party was the party for was and is the party for Grenada. My parents have taught me things like compassion and love for others, and being there for vulnerable people, poor people. And my mother would always tell us a story. And I like to be honest. I was never an underprivileged kid. I do not know a lot of things. But what my parents have taught us was this. My mother grew up without much. Going to school without shoes, sharing a shirt with her brother, things like that. And she taught us how important it was to help others. And I remember when we were younger, sometimes you can't understand these things when you're younger. We used to call mommy givey. We say like, mommy, you're just giving out everything. And then my father wasn't even better because he would turn and say, well, Meryl, if you're giving something, well, give good things, not give more. So in my household, it was always about others and not more about you. And I saw that in the new national party. The new national party is the party for the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. You look back and you've seen, because I don't know how to survive without Wi-Fi right now. Look how it's making our lives easier as we speak. And that um, was a project under the new national party, telecommunications, electricity, stadiums or stadias, the bus terminal, the cruise ship terminal. So when you look at all of these things, how can you not support the new national party when there is so much vision, and that is exactly why I chose the new national party.
Who had the most effect on you? Your mom or your dad?
I would say both, but for different reasons. Um, my mother, when I was younger, my mother would stay up with me every afternoon and study. As a matter of fact, if I have a quiz coming up, my mom would be writing out all those questions and she'd be asking me questions and quizzing me for exams. My father was more tough. My father, my father would my father would say he would beat me. Plain, plain and simple. When it comes to schoolwork, he would beat me. But every Saturday, my dad would pull myself and my siblings, because there's four of us, and even our friends and cousins, and he will pull us outside on the step. And every Saturday, we needed to see our timetables. And once you get it right, then you get $5. Each of us gets $5. If you get it wrong, then you know you're getting licks. So I love my parents for different reasons. They support in different areas works well for me. That is more on the business side. Um, Heavy on education. Mommy would be always supporting and always assisting you in getting to where you want to be. Because daddy wouldn't pick up the book and ask you questions, but mommy would do that. So we had the perfect balance.
Uh, the first thing I heard about you was to hear your voice, and I saw your first time you did was it a meeting of some sorts? You were the MC,
Mhm.
and the first thing I heard from you, I'm gonna say it, and then I want you to comment on it. NNPH. That's it. I heard you say that. I want you to comment on that.
I have always wanted to do that. But to me, like right now, anything that I put my mind to basically becomes part of me. And when I said NMPites, I wasn't just speaking on just the people and people in the room. I also meant myself and people at home, that we need to wake up. Every time I say that, I mean, it's just a call. It's like a call to action at the moment, to wake up and be in the moment and to listen and to realize that we have a duty. We have a duty to do. We have a duty to accomplish. Something great is about to happen whenever NNP people comes around. And that's the feeling that I always get when I scream out NNPI. It is full of passion and love for the people who have supported this party for years upon years upon years.
You have other siblings within your household, and it happens at times where your siblings, you guys love and respect each other. However, you guys don't necessarily follow the same path. Your siblings, do they all follow the path of the new national party in politics? Or put it this way better, the entire household is focused in one direction, or there is one or the other who is not necessarily, probably not involved, probably sees things different? Tell us.
No, the entire household is NNP, down to my nieces, who is six. One is six, one is three, and I think the other is my nephew is probably four or so. So everybody follows that part of the NNP. Like my niece, sometime in last year, December, for the convention, my niece said, "Listen, I love Miss Pierre. I just want to meet that lady. And she did a video and everything. And then she went up to Miss Pierre and she said, Miss Pierre, I like you. That's all I wanted to say. So my entire household is diehard enemies. That's something.
So you one of those who would probably say, "Down to the dog is NNP."
Of course, of course.
No, You have come into the party just when the person I take the liberty of calling her your political mentor, i.e., Emmeline Pierre, just when your political mentor is or has been elected to the position of leader in the new national party. And leader is not an leadership is not an easy thing. And she's taken over from someone who has been a dynamic leader of over 40 years in Grenadian politics. Knowing Emmeline as you do, because you more than likely know her a lot better than I do, knowing Emmeline as you do, can she do it?
Of course, of course she can, and she has the empathy, she has the love. I think we've seen her at her best in youth, youth development and so forth, and so we've seen that she has given her all and that personal touch. But I just want to say this, right? Many persons have different opinions because she's a woman and a woman in politics. But I spoke to, I think was Mikey, on a topic of gender equality and different things. But I think generally no. Many of us were raised in single parent households. I mean, and even if a few of us grew up in nuclear families, even sometimes that operates on like a single parent household. And then you have mommy, she has to take care of the home, and we have witnessed our mothers sacrifice, struggle, and working twice as hard would have the resources and still find a way to keep everything together and to ensure that their family succeed. So I think if women can do that in our homes, why should we doubt, their ability to lead a nation? I think the same strength and resilience and problem solving skills that make women exceptional mothers, professionals, and community builders are really the same qualities that make great leaders. And I think that definitely would be amplified in government. And so I think Mrs. Emily Pierre as a prime minister, um, it's not only possible, I think at this point in time, it's requisite. We're at a time where there's a lack of empathy in society, and she's big on that. She um, she has worked with the Leadership Institute in England as well, PSI. So she has numerous leadership accolades under her belt. So I think she's more than adequate enough to lead our nation.
There is at this time what I call an exceptional surge in females in Grenada over the past couple of years. It didn't just start this year or last year as it relates to the new national party. But we are seeing a lot of females coming forward more than ever underneath the banner of the new national party and taking up leadership positions. What would you say is responsible for that at this particular time?
I would say that has a lot to do with the type of leader you have and if that leader actually believes in you. Because if that leader doesn't believe in you, then really there is no space for you. We did see that gender gap being, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we had any quotas regarding MPs in female MPs in parliament and so forth. So it showed that we have actually bridged the gap and women are stepping forward because sometimes a lot of men are being laid back and we and they want to see change. And we think that we are capable of handling those changes. As I mentioned a while ago, we've seen how you've seen how we've taken charge in the homes and we've gotten things done. So imagine having women in politics, how well balanced the playing field would be. Because men sometimes, and I spoke to Dr. Mitchell about it, and I asked, I said, hey, you have lots of women in politics. How did that happen? And I think it's the same thing he mentioned, that it brings that balance. So whereas the men are tough and strong, the women will bring that peace and that softness that will balance all the equation in politics, and you need that. It can't always be tough love.
I beg to disagree with your final statement. Women bringing softer touch. Women are the most difficult to deal with as it relates to politics. Are you crazy, young lady? I don't necessarily go after my guests like this. Women, please. Women are definitely tougher than men when it comes to things like this. Why you think they say the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world? You think they just rocking the cradle just for so it's control they want you to. Are you kidding me?
I guess that is why Eve took that in the garden for
I don't
control.
I don't know what the Eve thing. I don't know what the Eve thing. But I'm gonna make another statement and I want you to comment on it. And this is my way of saluting that particular individual. When I make the statement, then you'd understand when I say this is my way of saluting that particular individual. Your husband, soca, you, politics. What a mix.
Yeah, it's definitely a mix, and he said that himself. He's like, wow, how does that work? I'm sure people are wondering, how does that work? Um, but yeah, it's very interesting. It's something that you rarely find. I don't think we had that before. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we basically complement each other when it comes to my when it comes to politics. He carries me around. He listens to all my speeches. He would say, "Hey, this is boss. This is not." And then when it comes to his music, I'd be his listening ear, and I said, because I love to write, and so and I love music that makes sense. I am not necessarily into soca like that, but I value the new contributions of the persons in soca, like himself. When he wrote CPL, I thought that was a boss song. When so while some persons may see that it is so far fetched and it's like different directions, um, I see it more connected because it's all about creativity. It's all about building. It's all about the words that you use, wordplay and all these things, and bringing people together. It's also about being in the public space, so both of us can relate to each other as well. You know, so we give tips to each other, crowd management, and basic stuff, and it works well for us.
Do you write for him? You write for him? I mean, let it out. Come
No,
on.
no, I don't.
You've
But
never written a song for Ledneck. You've never written a song. Come on. Don't do that.
no, no, I didn't. I didn't. I don't, and I won't. But what I do is I always have ideas spinning around my head because, as I mentioned, I write. I wrote 2 books, and I just haven't published it as yet. And I love poetry. Music is something similar to poetry.
Mhm.
So
Well,
if I
music is poetry anyway.
right,
Yeah.
so if he states 1 or 2 lyrics, I'll say, you see, this one doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't like it. You can get something better. And that is what I am for him. I am the critic in the back that says this isn't good enough. You need to do better. You can do better because I've seen you with great works. And I would give topic ideas, and then he would take those topics and he would turn it into a song, and that is what we do. But I've never written for him.
What do you think? What would you say was his biggest track?
Down in the meat.
Ah. Okay, let's go on from that. Yeah. we wouldn't dive into the meat in that one
No,
there.
no.
No, we just move on. Did you have anything to do with that in terms of writing,
No,
or when you heard it the first time when you came, did you laugh like you just did now?
I did. I did. I thought it was funny, and he actually when he played it for me, he actually made a dub, and my name was included. So I mean, it was really funny.
Really?
Yeah, it was really.
Are you kidding? He
It
did
was.
that to you.
Yeah, he did that. But my
Mm.
favorite songs
Mhm.
are the creative songs like CPL.
Mhm.
And these are my favorites: CPL, Stampede, those Soca Monarch songs that he puts his all into. And, I think these are my favorite songs. It shows the intellectual side of him. And that is something that I always remind him. Create music for different people.
When is he gonna
Because,
win it all?
well, what he did,
Mhm.
he's getting back into the groove in music right now because when we had our son in 2023,
Mhm.
he went away for about 3 months, so it was really difficult. So when he came back, his mission was to bond more with him. So he hasn't been putting his all into his music, but now that he's a year 6 months, he's approaching 2. Now he's going to go back out there and put his all. So we're looking at starting afresh 2026, 2027. I think that's where you're going to get his best work.
Amanda, you do a podcast with Dr. Mitchell. Experience versus youth. That is what I call it when I see it. Him filled a reservoir of experience in almost, well, everything as it relates to Grenada, the Windward Islands, the OECS, the Caribbean, CARICOM, the world. He has a
Mhm.
wealth of experience. You are just getting there. You're just taking your baby steps, like your year and a half old son. You're taking your baby steps into this all. How one did you come about to be doing that program? One, and what does that program do for you, and what do you think it does for other people listening, especially young people?
Well, as I said, I just walked into Miss Evelyn Pierre's office and I said I wanted to do something, and she gave me a chance and on a platform, and she said, "Hey, you have something," and then we worked from there. And soon, Dr. Mitchell as well said, "Well, you have something as well," and then he decided to cast me onto his podcast. Um, it's amazing. As you said, Dr. Mitchell has a wealth of knowledge. He has countless stories, and I think we need that because we're at an age, our young people, including myself, knew nothing about the political atmosphere before. We only knew about the political atmosphere now. Um, we knew not of the things that were accomplished. Some of the things that I mentioned in telecommunications and in the electrical industry and stadiums and cruise ship terminals. And so this podcast will enlighten persons on both sides of the political fence of things that the NNP has accomplished. And it would also humanize Dr. Mitchell as well, because everybody thinks that he is up there when really he's just human. He's just a man wanting to have a simple life, wanting to do better for the country. So it makes him more relatable. What it does for me, it gives me the opportunity to grow for growth. It gives me the opportunity to lend my voice. But I'm always quiet in that program, and I'm always mindful that that program is not about me, but it's more about the person that we're speaking to, his life story. And it's always better to get these stories, so to speak, from the horse's mouth rather than everybody else, because the idea that persons would put into your head that this person is so and so, sometimes it just may not be the case. So it's always great to hear the stories directly from him, as opposed from people, and as opposed to getting it from books, you know. I think that is a great program, and I really enjoy being there. I have developed a lot, public speaking wise, and just generally learning more and more about our country every single time I'm on that podcast.
The NNP's executive, you're a member of the executive, correct?
I am.
What's your position?
I am the youth president for the National Youth Arm.
Okay, so you would have gotten that position when the youth had their convention a short while ago. You were elected as the president of the youth arm, correct?
Correct.
Did you expect that to happen?
No. I have been the chair in the interim for approximately 8 months. And no, I had never seen that coming. Um, I am always prepared to support whomever, but it so happened that I was chosen. So I at this point in time, I just want to say thank you to everyone who have supported me. It showed that you had seen some of the work that we have done during our tenure in the 8 months, and you have appreciated it and you have wanted to see more. So I just want to say thank you so much for your support and your belief in me and the team that we have.
List for us, please, your various positions on your executive, mean not the party executive, but the executive of your youth arm, and speak to the different strengths of the different individuals who are on your youth arm at this time.
We have Tarek Frank. He's the vice president. Um, we have Eva Charles. He's the treasurer. We have Monique Cummins. She is our secretary, and we have Greg Hostin, and he is our PRO. Greg has, and we have four floor members. Um, well, six floor members actually. My apologies, and all these people carry their unique strengths. Um, Greg, he's in PRO. He is exceptional on social media. He can whip up a logo for you really fast. He has his own business, creative business, in terms of logos, flyers, and stuff like that. Monique, she works in a bank. Um, Evert works in the accounts department, and Tarek, he works in sandals, but he's very great on administrative work. We have a full team, uh, great package in terms of where I would be weaker, he would be stronger. Where I cannot create a logo, my weakness are colors. I can't color coordinate at all, and this is Greg's strength. And so therefore we have complemented each other in this youth. So I think the persons who voted them in did an exceptional job.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Now that the new national party has done, and I'm asking you this question from, uh, so I want you to look at it through the eyes of, or using the glasses of the president of the youth arm. The new national party was criticized heavily for not having a convention. However, in from the 15th of December to now the 18th of February, so we're looking at 15 to 15-1, 15 to 15-2. In 2 months, or just
Mhm.
about 2 months, the NNP has been able to roll out three conventions, i.e., national conventions, then youth convention, then women's convention, only Sunday gone. And by all reports, they have been very successful event. What do you think that speaks to as it relates to the party that you support, NNP? How does that speak to it?
It speaks to its strength. It speaks to its resilience. It speaks to its democracy. It speaks to a lot of things. And yes, everybody acts according to our political leader. Everybody asked for one convention, and they got three. But um, the national convention was the beginning of the following conventions, and that is because we had a change in leadership. And with every change in leadership, you need to put structures in place. You can't, as a business person, I'm thinking you can't run any new institution because it's going to feel new because you have new leadership. You need to ensure that everything is up and running. So therefore, it was important that the new national party have a youth convention because we had an interim. It
Mhm.
was important that we had a women's convention because we had an interim. Therefore, you need to put structures in place so that you can hit the ground running. You can't run into an election with just run into an election, possibly a snap election, maybe an election being called at the right time with an interim group. You need to ensure that organization is in place and that you get the work done. There is so much you can do with an interim committee. So it speaks to the change in leadership, its democracy, its resilience. Because some of these convention, as you heard, Mrs. Pierce said, we had 3 weeks to organize our youth convention, and we had in excess of over 300, 400 youths being present. And and we're talking about delegates and observers. And that speaks about a lot of the work that the party has been doing. But now that there are structures in place, then more work is needed to be done. And persons can now actually be held accountable for the things that we're going to do.
Were you extremely happy with the vibrancy that came out of the youth the youth convention? Sorry.
Of course, definitely. I was really happy. I was really excited. And as I mentioned, I was humbled as well.
Okay. Now the question is, what do you do, and how does politics fit into the whole scheme of things? What you do? Yes, you're a mother. Yes, you're a wife. Should have called wife first. Yes, your wife, and yes, your mother, and so you've got a home to manage, and I you have a job. So what do you do, and how does all that fit into your politics, and how does your boss feel knowing that you are so far up, high up, whatever in relation to the politics?
Well, my boss is fine with it because my boss is my dad.
Okay, okay, okay.
My boss is my dad. We have a spring water company, and that is Poly Natural Spring Water Limited. So my dad works around my timing. Prior to being in politics, um, as a business owner, you're always in business mode. You work like 24/7, 7 days a week. So there's never an off day. So all I do is just fit in my political life within that. But I'm balancing a political career, working and personal life, and many other responsibilities. It's not always easy. But sometimes you just feel like you're just going and going. But what I do is I prioritize and plan. I think I mentioned that I wrote a bucket list ever since I was a kid. So I'm big on planning. And I used to write, I'll have my license at a certain age. I'll have my house at a certain age. And if I didn't get a house, then I get a land, and then I'll probably go bungee jumping or skydiving when I'm 80. But now I've revised that to 100. So I am big on planning, and that is how I make it in my daily life. And also my family is basically my foundation. So if my husband doesn't have my son, then my siblings and my parents will assist. And I also delegate responsibilities when requisite. And I can do that because I have an amazing team. So I stay disciplined with my time, and that time thing is natural because my dad is big on timing and managing your work and planning and scheduling. So if he has to go somewhere, he'll be like, "Girl, you need to be there 15 minutes before." And that's the latest you can be. So when it comes to time management and scheduling and planning, um, that have been instilled in me ever since I was young.
I'm going to you're hearing me and you have not seen me for a minute, and then when you made a statement just now, then it clicked something in my mind, and I had to shout out to one of the girls to look inside of the refrigerator in the kitchen and bring me something, and I want and I'm going to show you something, and I want to see your face, and I want you to respond as soon as you see it.
I love this for us. I love this for us. And my dad listens to your program every time. So
Right?
he will be up in the
Yeah.
roof.
Yeah. Is he looking? Is he looking
He
right now?
is
He
looking.
is. All
I'm
right.
sure somewhere at the factory he is looking on right now. And he'll be super happy.
Yeah. Interestingly, I actually it just didn't click with me this morning that you're the person that I'm interviewing in relation to that. And then when you mention you work with your dad, I'm like, shucks, Andre, you guys have that water in the kitchen. I drink. I tell you what, and I'll be very fair with everybody here. Um, Really and truly, I touch two waters in Grenada. Um, Glenegg, very passionate about it because I am from that area. That's where I was born. So I consider that as mine. That belonged to my grandparents. That kind of a thing. As a matter of fact, the water originates out of family property. It's not up where we don't have it, but that's where it originated out of. And Polly, there's something about Polly that I don't know. I like. There's just something about it that I like. So we have it in the kitchenette there. So I was shouting out, Maxine, bring me a bottle of water, please.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Mm,
Um, our spring water has a 0% bacteria rating at the source. It
mhm.
was tested in the United States. It is FDA, EPA, and IBWA approved.
Okay,
So a
wonderful.
0% bacteria rating at the source. So you're getting good quality water.
Yeah. Well, something I because I follow all sorts of podcasts and whatever, and there is this Rasta guy. He lives close to the water. Is it Jinga?
Oh, he's yeah, he's from around the area, yeah.
He's somewhere
Mhm.
around that area. So,
Yeah,
and then I heard him in a podcast speaking too. So I says, "Oh, so you live close to that water?" See,
mm-hmm.
this is Andre and in his mad state when he's at home alone. I look at everything and anything. Now, here's what you are doing all this. You're president of the youth arm. You're a member of the. Did you get an executive position at the women's convention also?
No, no.
No,
I
but
am
you
not on the women's arm.
Yeah, but you're on the arm, but you're not necessarily on the executive, correct?
No, I'm not on the women's arm
You're
at
not
all.
on the arm.
Yeah.
Okay, so right. But you're president of the youth arm, you're front and center as it relates to politics and the NNP, and you are a resident of St. Andrew Southeast, correct?
That's right.
So Emmeline Pierre is your representative.
That is correct.
Now, Emmeline Pierre, very youthful, you look at her, she's youthful, and you still look at her birth certificate, and she's very youthful. Now, Amanda has not done all of this and is not doing all of this to just stay there and maybe one day be a senator and not necessarily be a representative. Am I correct with that?
Not necessarily. Really, I will see where life takes me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, most people oftentimes ask these questions because they expect a yes or no candidate, whether you'll be. But in the next few years, I still just want to be serving the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Peter Martinique in any capacity. And really, it doesn't bother me because when I came into this party, I said even if I need to get rid of the garbage, I'll do it. So the position, it really doesn't matter to me. I'm just committed to learning and to growing and to serving my people. And I'm also committed to the party. And I think it's because I came from a business background. It is what is best for the party and the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So if the party and the country sees that I'm a good fit for a candidate or a caretaker, and I'm the best person to represent them, then I will definitely take on that challenge. However, if the party and in a particular area sees fit that someone else runs and will represent them much better than I can, then I will definitely support that person. So it's not about me. It's definitely about the greater good of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique.
Now I know that you've been around Keith Mitchell because that is a favorite statement of his. The greater good for the greater number. No, no, I know you're not a fake. You're being indoctrinated by the guy. He's getting into your head. The greater good for the greater number of people.
I think my dad has a big part to play in that because my dad is big on principles and he's big on principles and everything else, and he would always say it doesn't matter who is older in the business. If you're qualified enough to run that business and you're going to take that business forward and you wouldn't waste the money that we've worked so hard for, then the person who is most qualified and who's put their time and effort into the business, then that's the person that is going to go forward with the business. So I think my dad has a lot to do with the principles and the values and things that I believe in and the way I view the world, because really sometimes you just have to look at the bigger picture and it's just not about you. I remember someone speaking to me and said, but you never got anything from NMP. Why you with NMP? And I said, this has nothing to do with me, because where I live, because right currently I'm at my parents' place, I'm at the office, but where I live, it's a dirt road. There's no street lights. There's nothing like that. We only had one recently. But I said to people, it is not about what you can get. And I think John F. Kennedy said it best. It's not what your country can do for you, but it's what you can do for your country, right? So it's for the greater good. You don't have to get things from a government for you to support a government, a particular party.
Mm-hmm.
It's the greater good for the country. So I didn't get a road, but someone way down who doesn't have a vehicle to take them out of that dirt road and has to change 3 and 4 shoes and socks to get to school, they deserve that road. And we came from a period we came from a period where a particular government was selling assets and doing all of these things. Now how can I support that? I need to support the party that is doing better for the country on a whole. It's definitely not about an individual.
Question number 19. And then number 20 is going to be a statement. So, question number 19. Where does, or put it better this way, instead of where, looking at the political landscape in Grenada at this time, what are two positives and two negatives that Amanda can give us as it relates to the politics that is playing out before our eyes?
Negatives, the political games, the victimization, the discrimination. I think we've in this the year of 2025, I think this is the honestly the most backward period that we have been in because of the lack of respect, I think, for our democracy. I think our democracy is about ensuring that everyone has a voice, and it's a system, where decisions are made collectively. And right now, we do have a society where anything goes, and the fights of our forefathers are not being respected. The freedom that we should be experiencing in this modern society, we don't have that. And it takes me back to racism and Black Lives Matter and how Black people fought for a space to be seen and heard, yet we're still not respected in most cases. And here in Grenada right now, it's troubling to me that we find ourselves in a similar situation. We are outraged when injustice happens globally, but when it comes to our own backyard, we're often silent or complicit. And so within our small nation of 100,000, approximately 125,000 people, there are battles within our own community, battles for recognition, fair treatment, and equality, and we say nothing. So we're so caught up fighting amongst ourselves and playing politics that we fail to address the larger systemic issues that affect our nation's progress. And the NMP has won 15 nil three times, I think, in the Commonwealth. I think it's the only party to achieve such. And when we were in power, you had noise left, right, and center. And that's good because criticism flowed freely and everyone had a platform to voice their opinions. But now the tables have turned, and it seems like there's a sense of silence. And this is a dangerous place to be in because democracy should encourage open discourse and not suppress it. So I think we should be able to speak the truth no matter what side we're on without fear of retribution or being silent. So I think, yeah, this 2025 has been the most backward period we've been in because of that lack of democracy. So two of the bad things would be the lack of democracy, the victimization, the discrimination, and not being viewed as a people.
Okay. Brilliant. Beautiful. So here's the final one. And you I'm gonna make your dad smile. And I'm gonna make you smile, and everybody who is associated with you is gonna say, this guy must be a crazy nut. Polly spring water. You have a full minute. You have a full minute of free advertising time. Polly spring water. I give way to you, my dear.
Well, thank you very much. Well, I'd just like you to know that spring water is a natural water that comes from underground sources and it flows to the surface through natural springs. It is typically filtered through layers of rocks and it's naturally enriched with minerals and so forth. Poly natural spring water, as mentioned, is the best water, undoubtedly the best water in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. We do have a 0% bacteria rating at the source. We have been FDA, IBWA, and EPA, US governing bodies approved. We have also been approved by the Bureau of Standards. When it comes to testing and quality, my parents do not make joke with that. You can call the Bureau of Standards. My dad is on the ball every time. Even before a testing is due, he'll be calling in and checking in, say, hey, we have a sample here for you. That's how much my family values quality. And at this stage, our water sells itself. When people drink our water, then they tell a friend and they tell a friend and they tell a friend. And so we've built from that, and that tells you the quality of the water that we have. And it tastes great. It doesn't have to be cold. It tastes great just being warm, and the cost is very reasonable. If you need to reach us, we do deliveries. Deliveries are free. So you can contact us on 444-7654. I repeat, 444-7654. We are in major supermarkets, Real Value, Foodland, Food Fair, Rams, C-Tech, and the list goes on and on.
All right.
And
Now, I can tell you, If I can tell you one place that Poly spring water is not available, do you promise to make it available there?
I do.
Okay, and I'm not talking physically available. It's not available on the airwaves of Real FM. So we'd have to get to you to talk about that. Okay? We'd have to get to daddy and talk to daddy or talk to mommy about that. Yeah, you see, this is it, Poly Spring Water. So you see, you got free advertising, and this program is gonna stay on YouTube. People are going to look at it. So it is like forever advertisement there of Poly Natural Spring Water. See? Good morning, Daddy. How you doing, man? I don't know you. I need to get to meet you one of these days. Most definitely, I will get to meet you. But we have come to the end of our bit this morning. Amanda Japal George, I thank you so very much, and let your husband know that as soon as he wants to, he can have a much longer interview than yourself, so we can talk music and talk, whatever on Real FM radio. We have just, I tell you what, here's another plus. We have just adopted him. He has just been adopted by Real FM, which means that if his song was being played 20 times, it's now going to be playing 45 times. He's just been adopted. He's a child now of Real FM.
Well, I am saying thank you on his behalf.
Mm-hmm. Amanda, thank you so very much for being a part of the program this morning. This is the first of many conversations that we're going to have. There's a lady, I must inform you that there's a lady who lives in the parish of St. John. I don't know if you know her, but she did send me a message and says, every time I hear Amanda's voice, I get goosebumps. She is Marilyn Ferguson. I don't know you. She probably would have walked up to you sometime in some rally or some function, because she's one of those NNPs. She'd walk up and say, "Hey, I'm Marilyn." What? She probably hasn't gotten that close to you, but she's just sending out her love and her respects to you and your family this morning. And hey, again, thank you so much. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, take care of yourself. Have a great day. And hey, that lung infection thing, or that respiratory infection thing you have, be careful of that. Yeah, I can tell you the remedy for that is just some room temperature Poly water. You drink that and you be. Amanda, take care of yourself. God bless you, and to you and your entire family, your boy, and your mom, and everybody. Just have a great day.
To you and your team as well. Have a good one.
All right, then. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Good morning, Grenada. 20 minutes now. It is before the 9 o'clock. We take a commercial break, friends. And of course, back we shall be.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seaton Brown Street, Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or stop by one of our branches at Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. We're not just securing your finances, we're investing in your future. Let's grow, dream, and succeed together. The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, building a brighter future for you, for us, for Grenada.
Neighbor, oi! I see you put up your rainwater harvesting system. Now you can't just leave it so. You have to take care of it to make sure you always have a reliable water supply, especially during them shortages. To maintain your rainwater harvesting system, clean the catchment area, the gutters and the downspouts twice a year. Inspect and clean the first flush and filtration systems. Clean the storage tank annually to prevent algae and sediment buildup. Repair any leaks and inspect the pump regularly. Ensure there is no water discoloration, algae, or mosquito larva. We in one them thing. Keep a log of all cleaning and repairs. And remember to teach family members maintenance practices. For more tips, follow at GCruise473 on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube. That's GCREWS 473.
This is Real 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. And no, I am one who I try my best not to procrastinate. And I don't even have someone just message me and ask me to ask Amanda to get in touch with them. And I don't have her number. All I have is her email address to send her the link this morning. So Amanda, if you're listening to me, well, I guess you're listening, and more than likely your dad may be listening. Take my number, 457-6188. Yeah, that's 457-6188. Give me a call. Give me a call back right now so that I can give you a message that someone has for you, or I can link you with someone that you need to speak to. Okay? This is Real.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantimel and our showroom on Ben Jones Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
I'm back and And I got all the chicken for the barbecue.
Excellent Farms chicken? Look how fresh and clean.
Yes, Hunt checked the label. No steroids, hormones, or preservatives. And it's 100% local.
What? No chemicals? So you mean Excellent Farms chicken is safe, nutritious, and natural with farm-to-table freshness?
Exactly. Finally, we could enjoy quality poultry. And you should see how state-of-the-art and sanitized the farm is. Plus, it's environmentally friendly.
You serious? And like they have everything from whole chicken to liver, gizzard, feet, and more.
Correct. Now you hurry and start the seasoning up.
Excellent Farms, my safe and healthy choice. For wholesale and retail inquiries, call 444-3303.
Wait, I cooking all this chicken?
So fast pay, a new and easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Yep. Back with a bang and back with you. The word for today is pulsate. I don't know why. The word just stayed in my mind. Don't know. So I hope you did enjoy
Where you walk, what you say,
and appreciate the fact
where you go, where you walk.
that we had with us this morning Amanda Japal George. Let me take a quick look at the comments because I was not able to pay attention to the comments while we were going on. Let's see. Let's see if we can. Oh, it's like 10 minutes before. Okay. Denise Donaldson. Good morning to you, Denise. How are you, my dear? Yeah. Denise is in New York. Wow. A lot of comments, boy. A lot of comments. It was beautiful. It was really great. Wow. Yeah, there are those fighting for the numbers to get up to the 150 in relation to the likes. Anastasia Patterson, Kathleen Knight, Shoma Jeremiah was saying good morning to Mrs. Japal George. Who else? Somebody says Andre is true. Well, what is true? I don't know. Totally out of context of me right now. I can't read that. Maria Marcel and Cindy Thomas. Oh, that's what you mean. That's true. That's not true. Iva Holas, good morning to you. Goddess Bella, my Texas girl. Yeah, taking charge of homes and leading the nation are two entirely different things. Yes. Even with that mindset, men bring the home resources, bring home the resources, same as politics. Now that's why I love Goddess Bella. So beautiful, so lovely. How's Texas? Big? Yeah. Good morning also to Stephanie John and again Rachel Alexander saying good morning to everyone. And Selon Bernard, NDC is surreal. They are not real. Only one person, only one team is real. This is Real FM. And they're not real. All their shortcomings, they blame it on Beryl. You could say that again, Bernard. Everything is Beryl. I got some interesting things I'll say to you tomorrow. God's willing. You listen up for that. Maria Marcel indicating that at one point in time we had 312 persons viewing. That's great. That's lovely. That's wonderful. And she wanted the likes to get up to 150. I don't know if we got there. Good morning, Real FM family, especially Andre plus Amanda. Have a God blessed day. That's coming from GJ, Ruth Chitterman also touched in on it. Well, Chunky McIntyre, the guy is always there. Joan Henry, good morning. Antonito, chime in. Dr. Julie Dubois says, good morning to Mr. Donald and everyone locked in. Excellent interview. No, it was a discussion, Julie. Come on. Excellent interview. She said, no, it's not an interview. It was a discussion. Mrs. George speaking my language. That was Antonito. Goddess Bella wanted to know if Poli natural spring water was available in the US. I don't have that information, but as soon as they start to advertise with us, you would know that. And they should start to advertise with us pretty soon. We believe that. Come on. Dr. Julie Dubois, and Denise Donaldson. Good morning to you, Denise. Maria Marcel, good morning. Maria was there when we got to 110 likes. Also, Cindy Thomas. Cindy Thomas is in NMP never attracts fools. Well, I don't call people fools, so I guess they don't. No, they don't. Alba Atiba. Tiba. Yeah, Tiba Mautu. That's Kitaka's dad. What is he saying? Here goes my youth, sweet like the sugar cane. Big up Mama Cane. Man, just leave me alone. Tiba, what's up, man? I have not seen you for a minute, yeah? We need to touch base. Yeah, since after you sell off the plantation to you know who. The last time I spoke to you, you know what I spoke to you about? Yeah, since after you just sell out. I ain't gonna say what you sell out with there. I just stay right there. Yeah, so there were a lot of comments. Somebody saying that they can testify that the water is the best. Okay. All right. Right, and Dr. Julie Dubois needed some 5-gallon water for her office. And guess what? She has already made contact, and I can't say that they're on their way, but she, meaning Dr. Dubois and Amanda, have already spoken this morning. They've already spoken. So Poli natural spring water will be available. I would say, I'm going to be very straight up here. Today's what? Tuesday. By Thursday, I expect it to be okay. Better still, let me not push it. By Friday, it may happen before Friday, but by Friday, I expect it to be available at Dr. Dubois' office. Adrian is saying that Adrian Watts is saying he has to try that water when he gets home. Hazel Purcell says, well-spoken young lady. I see leadership qualities. I see honesty. Stay positive, Amanda. I will definitely try the water. So you see that, Amanda? Yeah, people already started to think about the Poli natural spring water. What else? Bernadette Joseph Devon Haywood is saying good morning, and Devon is in Nashville, Tennessee. Good morning to you. Chunky saying he's got something for Real FM staff on Friday. And somebody saying 8 more likes to get to the number. Antonito, it seems to me the NDC is buying spree, meaning they're trying to buy supporters. That's a business. Was I supposed to do something? I'm trying to remember here. Was I supposed to? A phone call. Yeah, it's there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. How are you doing?
And how are you this morning?
I'm okay, my dear.
But I have to say, although age already, but we are blessed in St. Andrews Southeast to have a great leader, and more great one is coming on. So we behind, I don't know how long, God have me for again, but as long as alive, we have to stand behind them and push them for, if it's just one word of advice, as stalwart NNP people, just stand behind the leader. Our great leader, Mistress Emmeline Pierre, this young lady, the other young man, I can't even call his name good. But
Kitaka.
And Amanda Joppel, George, we in Southeast St. Andrews have to stand behind them farmer. Farmer. As I tell you, I'm of age already. I used to be there campaigning and everything on her platform, but at this time, I don't want back on platform. Let the young one take the and we'll stand behind them. So we are blessed, we are blessed, we are blessed. God bless you and bless your radio station.
Thank you.
And continue numberless blessing on you and your staff. God bless. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Wonderful. I got some news for you people, and this is really interesting. And I think that this is absolutely fantabulous. Yeah, that's a new word. Yeah, don't mind me. I make all kind of words. They're fantabulous, hotastic, gigantinomous. But in any event, I've just been informed here by Dr. Julie Dubois that the water, yes, the Poly Natural Spring Water, the same one here, this Poly Natural Spring Water, is going to be available at her office sometime later in the morning. So before the afternoon today, Poly Natural Spring Water will be available at Dr. Dubois' office. Now, you know what that does? It speaks to, it speaks to the commitment of these people to this particular product. Yeah. And it speaks to their speed in relation to delivery. Now, Dr. Dubois just spoke to the company, and already it will be available for her today. She is very impressed and utterly excited. The caller on the line, I'm going to come and give you a minute. I think we've gotten to 150. So can somebody tell me if we've gotten to 150 in relation to the likes? No, we don't have a caller. But I just need to know, have we gotten to 150? And we've got a caller. You have 30 seconds. Can you do it in that?
Good morning to you, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, I just want to congratulate the women's division of the LMP party on the convention on Sunday. I saw it on television. It was well attended, and hats off to them. I think NMP is on the right track, and once they can remain on that track, I think there is betterness for the NMP party. When women start to lead suit in take this initiative, it's a good sign.
Thank you, Clifford.
Yeah.
Gotta run, my brother. Time is on me. Good. It's Realist 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Now, let me take this opportunity to thank every single one of you who came onto the live this morning. Those listening to terrestrial radio, you're never left out. I love you, love you, love you dearly. But the likes that we really want, because we want to continue to build this channel, we have to continue to grow the channel. And we got up to, I think, like 152, 153 likes thereabouts. Hey, thank you so very much for that. It was indeed a joy. You know, I'm going to be with you tomorrow, God's willing. Yeah. And do I have any guests for tomorrow? No, I don't. But you never know. I probably might be able to pull something out of the hat and come with that for you tomorrow, God's will. Again, take care. God bless. Remember, if nobody else in the world loves you, then God does. You better believe that. If nobody else in the world loves you, then by all means, recognize and know that God loves you more than anyone else. Goodbye. God bless you. Take care. And as I love to say, in my very own way, Chunky, are you there? You need to say it for me so I can repeat it to the people. Oh, Chunky's kind of waiting. Come on, let me give Chunky a couple of seconds. I usually say it this way. And Chunky would do so and put it up. Joan Henry has got it. Man gone.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.